Plato was adamant in his belief that rhetoric was immoral. Aristotle believed it was a valuable tool to the intellectual mind. R. Kelly apparently believes he can fly. But all of this is irrelevant because today I'm here to tell you what I believe. If there were ever a list of paradoxical subjects in the realm of philosophy, rhetoric would land near the top. From Socrates to the most outspoken politician, the ideas and opinions regarding rhetoric mark every end of the spectrum. It's been debated, explained, supported, opposed, practiced, rejected, loathed, and revered. But I'm here to tell you it's all a bunch of baloney. Whether you choose to accept it or not, rhetoric is an inherent part of the way we communicate. I've studied and analyzed the art more than I ever care to express. And there's one thing I've come to accept. I believe trying to define rhetoric is a waste of time. You see, between the philosophers, between the artists, the writers, the politicians, and the general public, rhetoric isn't a real concept. I think of it this way. If communication were a magical forest, rhetoric is like each ray of sunshine that beams down on a warm summer day. I feel like Plato and Aristotle and all of the philosophers put so much time into defining a concept that cannot exist independently. It's like oregano. Nobody likes oregano. By itself, oregano tastes like garbage. Realistically, by itself, oregano has no business even being in the kitchen. But take that same oregano, sprinkle it on your favorite sandwich or pizza, and voila, now you've got something. I think what some of our favorite philosophers fail to recognize is that rhetoric is neither moral nor immoral. It's neither good nor bad. Rhetoric actually has no bearing whatsoever unless it's attached to something real. In essence, the concept of rhetoric is more of an inclusive element to the process of logical and emotional consciousness. Trying to define rhetoric as an independent idea is like trying to separate a specific taste from the very food that composes it. There's no way to describe salt other than that it is salty. We don't ask, is it a rhetorical kind of salty or just a regular salty? It's just salty. If rhetoric was involved in establishing that point, then that's great. If it wasn't, that's great too. For this reason, I believe that the study of rhetoric, truthfully, has no intrinsic value. I believe that our true concern in the ideas lies in the ideas with which we wish to convey, and the specific ways in which we wish to convey them. Whether or not rhetoric is employed in that process isn't something that interests me. I believe that rhetoric is nothing more than a theoretic isolation of something we see present in every moment of every action we embrace. It is not a definable term, and it will never be truly understood for this reason exactly. As for Aristotle, Plato, and all of their philosophical buddies, I say best of luck and good night.